terrain tools were out and they said no walk-up basements. I said, whatever, I'm going to try and make it happen. This was my influence. It did not work out. I'm going to try again later. Enjoy the video. Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm the Angry Simmer, and today's video is going to be a little bit of a speed build. It's not a little bit of a speed build, it is a speed build. I found this really cool house on Pinterest. I'd been working, like you saw at the beginning, with terrain tools and was just like, I'm done with this. I want to build a fall-ish themed house. I want to do warm tones, and I kind of tried to keep it Maxis match, like as much as I could. I obviously, you'll see I use a Felixandre door there, but that's probably about as far away from Maxis match as I get in this. Honestly, yeah, I don't know. I went for it. I've been liking some Maxis Match stuff. So here's the thing. There are some Maxis Match cabinets that I really like, and I feel like I can't put super un-Maxis Match things in the game. Although I will say it's probably more hybrid than Maxis Match because I use Peacemaker stuff, and I feel like his stuff it leans towards alpha, but it's still Maxis Matchy, and like those shutters are definitely not Maxis Match, but that's okay. But basically I wanted this to have like kind of a, I don't know, a comfortable feeling. I guess because Thanksgiving is coming up. Well, I'm recording this. When you see this, it'll be Black Friday, which is a day in the US, if you're not in the US, of just basically people spending a ridiculous amount of money on stuff they didn't need before or because it was put on sale. So just remember, kids, if you weren't intending to buy it in the first place, if you buy it just because it's on sale, you didn't save money, you spent the money. Anyways, I hate Black Friday. I've gone out once and I tried, and all we were like, we didn't mean to go out on Black Friday. Like, we weren't going intentionally to the sale. Well, I've gone out intentionally once then. The one time we just needed to go and get like a mixer or a blender or something like that for my mother-in-law, and it was a can opener, and like my younger sister-in-law was with me and my husband, and it was like, I don't even know, just like 10 o'clock at night on Thanksgiving, and there were just amazingly long lines at Walmart of all places, which I kind of hate the fact that like the store was even open. But it was, and she needed it because hers went out, so we went to go get it. Yeah, there are these horrible lines, and people lined up to get, like, just to buy stuff the next day. And I needed to get over to my then, like, 12-year-old sister-in-law, and this lady hit me with her cart because she thought I was trying to skip in line. Mind you, I had no cart, I had nothing in my hands, I had no ticket for the thing that they were waiting to get. I was like, I just need to get over to that little blonde girl that is standing by herself and looks clearly scared. That's my sister-in-law, I need to get to her. And she hit me with the cart. Like, no, you're not taking my spot. And so like the person behind her was like, come on, just walk through here. And she, and like still acted like I was pretending so that I could get in line. Like, just craziness. I was literally going to get my scared little sister-in-law so that we could leave. We were going to, like, I had the can opener, or my husband had the can opener. He was right behind me. And we were just leaving. Like, we were just going to the self-checkout line and getting out of their way. But she was so angry at the idea of somebody beating her to that, I don't know, Tickle Me Elmo doll or whatever it was. I use that as an example, as if I was ever alive when those were a big thing. Actually, I was probably, but I didn't have one and I didn't want one. All those like laughing, like interactive toys freak me out. Like my little sister used to hide in my closet with not a Tamagotchi because I love that thing, but with a Furby, and like set it off, and it scared the ever living daylights out of me. Like, I hated Furbies so much. And then like she set off the Bananas in Pajamas doll that we had. She was mean. She was a turd. I don't know. But you know, moving on. The build is based on a house that I found on Pinterest. You could probably clearly see that because I couldn't find the floor plan or the back of it, so I kind of just made stuff up, which stinks, but it's based off of a house in a really fancy subdivision in Tennessee. It's in Franklin, Tennessee. I think the place is called Hillsborough Cove. And really nice houses out there. I really love them, but they're like $1.2 million for houses that to me don't look like they're worth more than like, I don't know, 400,000 or 500,000 max. But that's just me. That's, you know, they're in an uppity neighborhood. I'm spinning this camera way too stinking much. I'm so sorry. I don't know, but it, like, Franklin, Tennessee is nice, but I just didn't expect it to have $1 million subdivision there. Like, whatever. I guess people like Miranda Lambert need a nice subdivision to live in. I don't know. That's such a weird thing to say. I'm pretty sure she would have like an estate with horses and stuff because she's actually kind of country. So I set this up as kind of a split floor plan. So there's 2 masters, if you could say, that have bed and bath connected. And I was gonna put, you see, I put a door over there, sort of, so that you could go into the bathroom from the living room as well. But I decided to take it out. And the idea that I went with when furnishing it is that the parents live on the one side with the little boy and the laundry room over there. And then the daughter is on the other side by herself, and she has the bathroom to herself, just because, like, I feel like in houses like that, it would be set up like if it had a double master situation, either they would put 2 beds in the smaller room over there that's next to the everyone access bathroom, and the kids would share a room, and like grandma would stay in the other one, or you know, the little girl would get the bathroom, because let's face it, little girls spend way more time in the bathroom than boys do as they get older. So I say that as someone who has 1 little brother and, let's see, Alicia, Jamie, Katie, 3 little sisters. I'm pretty sure that I'm correct on this, just because my brother literally would use the bathroom and get out of there as quickly as possible. That's what happened. Mostly probably because all of us are like, let us in, because a 1 bathroom house is a horrible idea when you have that many children. Sorry, Dad, I love you. I know you did everything to provide for us, but good Lord, we should have like put a bucket or something in the backyard for you boys, because, ooh. And it's like the bathroom at my dad's house. My dad has like this cute little cottage, and they've like put new floors in it and just completely redid the whole thing. It looks so awesome, and it's perfect for my dad and my stepmom now. Like just the 2 of them and the cats. It's great, and the pig, of course. Have I told you guys about Pig? I don't know if I have. So Pig is my brother Pig. Basically, the house next to my parents is a rental, and the people that lived there before were just gross, and they had all these animals, and including a pig that they thought was a micro pig. And when the mom had DFS called on her and they were talking about taking away her kids, she just made a run for it and left the kids and the animals and dogs and like her boyfriend behind and just disappeared. And so the guy got stuck with a pig and like 4 dogs, and one of them's aggressive, and a bunch of cats and chickens and all kinds of stuff, and then kids that weren't his. And she was just like, or he just was like, and then the guy's like, she hasn't been paying the rent, which I don't know how, because they were in HUD. Oh, I know way too much about that situation. Anyways, long story short, they, Animal Services was able to get the dogs and the cats and the chickens, but the pig, like, they just let him out of the house and he wandered into the woods. And so Animal Services didn't find him. They didn't go pick him up. And he just wandered into my parents' yard at some point. And eventually he became really close with my mom. And then they just took the pig in, and now he has a pen in their backyard, and he gets fed better than us, like way better than us. And my mom's thinking about becoming a vegetarian, and she uses only vegan or cruelty-free products in the house, like cleaning products and shampoos and makeup and all this stuff. And it's so weird because growing up from 11 to 21, I was a vegetarian, and yeah, my dad would always worry about, like, and this was before he had a stroke. My dad had a stroke, by the way. And it was because he, like, smoked and ate crappy bachelor food for so long. And then, you know, he had the stroke and he turned it all around. And my stepmom came into the picture and really got him stuck to actually eating properly, and that's all great. But it's just so funny looking back, because like if I was like, he'd ask us if we wanted a soda, and I was like, can I get a water? And he'd be so upset because he's like, we have water at home, why didn't you bring it? I was like, you just offered to get us a soda, so I thought I'd make a healthy choice. He's like, oh my gosh, I'm such a bad person. Of course you can have water. I'm so sorry. Because he's the sweetest guy in the world, but like super budget conscious. So like he would just buy like bachelor food, like chicken nuggets and anything that was the cheapest possible option. And when I came to live with him, I ate like Morningstar burgers and all kinds of stuff that was more expensive because it was for a vegetarian lifestyle. I actually really love those couches from Seasons or Cats and Dogs. I love those, actually. I love the whole pack. And of course I'm playing in that world because I love it. I always do. That's the only world I really use anymore other than San Myshuno. But anyways, yeah, so they like feed the pig really well, and they're basically vegetarian, and mostly because my dad just can't have sodium or grease or anything like that because he'll have another stroke. But they're like super healthy over there, and it's so funny because looking back, I was like, see, if you had been eating like I tried to tell you to eat this whole time, you wouldn't have had that stroke, would you? But then he probably wouldn't have bonded with my stepmom, and I wouldn't have her, and she is just a gift to this world. I love her so much. And you know, you can tell how sweet she is by the fact that she adopted a random not micro pig, because that's the reason that the guy got rid of it, is because he found out it was going to be 250 pounds like Pig is. So yeah, long story to tell you that I have a pig brother because my mom loves him more than her children. Like, he got pumpkins for fall, he gets watermelon in the summer, like fresh, and she chops up fruits and veggies, and you know, she goes out there and sits with him while he eats, and she gets up early. Like, she has to go into work early anyways, but she gets up at 4 a.m. to make sure that she has enough time to get herself ready and then go out there and take Pig out his food. And she works all day, and my mom has MS, so she gets tired really easily. So she does all of that with the exhaustion of MS on her as well, and so she's just the best. But yeah, so like, I have a pig brother. That's what we call him. He's not a pet. He's a family member, just like the cats, Arizona, Phoenix, and Nevada. Yep. They're actually my sister's cats. They got them and then moved out, and my parents were like, okay, guess we're keeping the grandcats. And Nevada is actually a stray from that same house that my mom took in, but my sister Katie like had convinced her to take her in, and they were wanting me to take her for the longest time. She's so sweet. She does not get along with their other cats because Phoenix and Zona are kind of spoiled and a little bit of jerks, but they're my jerks, so I love them. They're my niece and nephew. But yeah, Zona and Phoenix don't get along with Nevada very often or very well, but it's gotten better. And like, Nevada looks like my cat Harlie, but she's fatter because my cat's skinny and all the cats over at my mom's house are way too fat, but they're cute and happy and cuddly and funny. Yeah, so basically my parents have a bunch of kids, and then they have random animals and in a 2-bedroom house, and it's just good. It's really good over there. It's, you know, it's how life should be, you know, covered in animal fur, and goodness, oh, those Peacemaker wall panels are so pretty. But yeah, I'm really excited to, well, see, here's the thing. So we normally go to my grandparents' house in the morning for Thanksgiving, and then to my in-laws' house in the evening for Thanksgiving. And that's the same with every holiday except for New Year's, because people come to my house, which, you know, is how I prefer. Although I get stuck with the cleanup, which is why nobody wants to do holidays. I just like not having to leave my house on New Year's. That's, you know, let's be honest. But yeah, so we go to my dad's parents' house and then my in-laws' house for Thanksgiving. And my mom, she always has to work Thanksgiving. Her job is she either has Wednesday off, or she is either Monday, Wednesday off, or she has Saturday, Sunday off. Like, it switches every week. So she never ever has Thanksgiving off because it's on Thursday, which kind of stinks. And like she gets off work at 3:30, so if we didn't go over to my in-laws house in the evening, we could have Thanksgiving with her, but that's just how it's always been structured between the two, so you know, it works out. I don't know if we get her for Thanksgiving or for Christmas this year, but I just keep imagining in my head, like when my mom retires, that we're gonna have Thanksgiving over at her house one day, because you know my grandparents are in their 70s. Yeah, 70s or 80s, 70s. They're in their 70s. Sorry. So they're in their 70s, so they're not, you know, the honest truth is they're not going to be around for a long time. And I just imagine when my mom, you know, retires, going over there, and we'll have all the cats and the pig with us as well at the dinner table, because that just seems like something my mom would do. Also, who just is in love with this cute little girl's room? Like, I don't show it that well because I'm trying to keep it boxed, I think, but it's just so sweet and cute, and like they have these cool details in the house that I added. I'm pretending like the parents had it built that way, where the little alcoves of brick are in there, and then I keep wanting to use that shower so badly. But anyways, yeah, so it's just really cool, and it has these fun details, and then it's got that cute rug, and it just feels so cute and girly and cuddly, and I love it. Yeah, I need to use that blue one of these days. It's so cute. But not in this build, because it's a warm tone build, or at least a bright color build, I feel like, because like I have the rich tone woods, and then I have the yellows and things like that. I kind of feel like it's a little bit 90s. Does it come off 90s to you guys, or like a modern take on the 90s stuff? Oh, I should have like cut this out. I know you guys don't care for bathrooms, but and like the bathroom stuff was mean to me in the other bathrooms. It did not want to go into the slots the right way. I don't know what was going on. It was just cranky. But this is actually like a smaller build than I normally do. Like most time builds are like 30 minutes long, and I've cut it down to under 22 minutes, I do believe. I think that's what it is. It might be just over 25 with the, no, it has to be like 23 max with the title card and everything. But we have a laundry room in here. It's an awkward laundry room. I intentionally built it that way, and I don't know why, because I intentionally built it with the alcove for that to go there, and I think I put like the wall detail behind that to make it a little bit more interesting. But I think I planned to put like a chair or a sink over on the other side, and then nope, I just didn't. So here's the master bedroom. I feel like they used kind of like neutrally tones, except for like the green bold center island. But other than that, I feel like that's still kind of muted compared to this bright yellow bed with the canaries on it, or the toucans on it. And then I have so much stuff in here, it just takes forever to load. Did I put, yeah, I put bright yellow curtains, and then we've got the rich tone wall that I'm going to put in here in a second. I decided, you'll see, yeah, there it is. I decided to put the pop out. I should have made that like the brown tone right there. There we go. But see, it's like, I don't know. It feels very bold compared to the rest of the house, but I feel like the parents are those kind of people where they're like, everything for that people are normally going to see is going to be, you know, kind of muted, but still rich and comfortable and homey. And then our bedroom's going to be like, bam, happiness, glow in the dark yellow, because we're bright, sunny people. I don't know what's going on. Anyways, we're almost done with this, I think. I think we've just got me fighting with this area, and then we've got the backyard stuff, just a few little things. Those mirrors, by the way, are a lifesaver. Okay, do you see this? Do you see this BS? Like, it was so much trouble to get into the right spot. I don't know what was going on there, why it was being so cranky, and like it would not stay at the level it was supposed to. It was so, like, look at that. So much trouble. And then I decided after all of that to move it around, that I wanted to have the toothbrush in the middle and then soap on both sides, and then like a couple towels, and I think that's all I put there. It's very simple. I wanted this to feel a little bit more decorative than I usually do, but still like it was a real, oh, I forgot about the boys' room. This little boy is cool, and I think I was really inspired by the sim that I actually created and created a sim for this, but Like, he's a cool little dude. He has like some soccer jerseys displayed, and they've got lights, and then everybody else's you know, closets are white, but he's like, nah, Mom, I want black. I want this to be really cool. And he's got his little like deer over there, and sort of like super masculine light post, and like a really cool bedspread, and then, you know, I put a cool rug there, and I just feel like it's gonna age up with him pretty well, you know. And then I, of course, made them double height because it felt weird for them to cut short. I don't know why. But that looks like an art installation to me there. Like, just this little dude is pretty cool. But I didn't let his influence go into the bathroom too much because it's you know, first of all, it's the only bathtub in the house, which I think probably was bad planning on my part. But hey, whatever. Gotta have a bog roll up above there. I'm so bad. So we just finished redoing the guest bathroom, and we had people coming over that day that we finished it, and instead of like cleaning up properly, I literally tossed the extra toilet paper rolls in the bathtub. Yeah, don't forget to save, kids. It's very important. Thought I cut all that out, but I guess it's staying in now. Anyways, but yeah, so I just tossed like the hardware and the trash and the toilet paper in the bathtub and closed the curtain. Was like, whatever, it's done, nobody's gonna know. So silly. It's still like that. Yeah, I'm so bad about stuff like that. I don't know what it is that, like, oh, it's good enough, out of sight, out of mind, I guess. That's gotta be what it is that I can't see it, so I'm not thinking about it with everything else that I have to do. Guys, I'm a mess. That's basically the moral of this story. I have a pig for a brother, and I'm a mess. What are you gonna do? I hope, but, you know, whatever. All this, like, warm tone fall, comforty house building and all these good spaces for, like, hanging out. I feel like it went a little alpha back here. Whoops. But it all just makes me grateful and thankful for everything that I have in my family. It makes me think about family and comfort and closeness, and I'm just, you know, hopefully it inspires you in the same way as it did me. Oh, look, I forgot to save that again. What's wrong with me? Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this, and thank you guys for being here. If you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe. There's going to be more awesome builds, and I'm going to do a Let's Play for the new Get Famous. So thanks for watching. Enjoy the screenshots. Bye!
About to leave, already packing. Come with me, I'm not really asking. We'll get away to a place where we don't know. About to see the world in action, what we can be, life with no distractions. We'll get away, this is what we waited for. Take my hand, we'll make it somehow.